Hello everyone, Forrest Chaput here for Rocky Mountain School of Photography, and today I want to talk about back button focus, which is one of those things on your camera that I think until you know about it, you kind of think, why would I try that? And then once you try it and you know about it, it's pretty darn awesome. So I really recommend you guys give it a shot. This is going to be a really quick video kind of walking through how to use back button focus, how to set it up, and why you might use it. So let me first start by talking about how normal focus works on a camera. We all know when you push in your shutter button halfway, your camera focuses. And that's great. It's a very similar kind of convenient way that point and shoot cameras do it. Phones even do it that way. So many different cameras focus in that same way that we're all just kind of used to it. It's been the norm for years. But what we can do is we can actually configure our cameras so that instead of the front button focusing, one of these buttons on the back does. Now you may say, well, why is that important? Well, let me walk you through a little theoretical example. I've got a cinema camera, a video camera here in front of me. And if I'm on front button focus, let's say that I want the camera to be sharp, the cinema camera to be sharp, but I don't want it to be in the middle of my frame, all right? Well, I've got a couple choices. Number one, I could look through the camera here and my focus point is right in the middle, that little square where it focuses. I have that set on the middle. I could look through my camera and push in the front button to focus. Then I could hold down the front button halfway, recompose, and shoot. And as long as I keep that front button held down halfway, it's not going to refocus after I recompose, okay? Option number two, I could look through the camera and move my focus point over to the left-hand side here so that now I can shoot off center and I still am getting focused on the camera. So that little focus point could be moved to what you want to focus on. Both of those, though, are a little bit just not optimal. They're not as good as it could be. So let me show you what back button focus could do. What we're going to do is we're going to move our focus from halfway pushing the front button to a button on the back. And once I do that, check this out. What I can do is point, again, my focus point is right in the middle. Should review that. I can point right at the camera, the cinema camera here, push in the back button to focus. There we go. I'm going to let go of the back button. Now again, they're two separate buttons now. My front button will not focus. Only my back button will. So I can push in that back button, focus, I can recompose, and now I can shoot. I can do whatever I want. I can move my camera all the way around. I can release the button and then push it again. I can do whatever I want to do. And as long as I'm not moving closer or further from my subject, and as long as I don't push the back button in again, every one of those images will be sharp because the focusing has been moved permanently to the back button. So it's a super awesome way to do things that really lets you simplify things because now your metering is on the front button and your picture taking and your focus is on a completely separate button. Now, how do we set this up? It's a little bit different on every camera. I really do recommend that you look in your camera manual or on the internet for your camera and then the words back button focus. And you'll find a YouTube video or something for your specific camera brand. I'm not going to take like 30 minutes in this video and go through every single one, so look that up on your own. But what you're essentially doing is most cameras out of the box, they actually have it set so that the back button or the front button will focus, either one. So what we're actually trying to do is not move focus to the back button, we're trying to remove it from the front button. We want the back button to be the only way to focus the camera. Now, a couple of quick things on this. If you have a more entry-level camera, you might not have an option to do this. I know Canon's entry-level Rebels, they don't have the ability to do this. I'm sure Nikon's on their end, they also don't. So you might not be able to do this, but as long as you have a mid-range camera or an upper-tier camera, you'll definitely be able to do this. You get it switched over and start using it, and I think you'll really like it. It's a pretty cool kind of way to work things. I leave my camera on back button focus 100% of the time. Now, a couple disclaimers. Number one, you might not like it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I will say that most professionals that I've talked to, they use it and love it, but not all of them. There are definitely some people that stick out in my mind that just are against back button focus. It doesn't work for their workflow. Number two, this is not something to do before you have a big shoot, specifically if you're being paid for it, because this takes a while to get used to. Think about it. You're completely changing from this finger taking pictures and focusing to this button doing all of the focus and this button doing just picture taking. It takes a little bit to remap your brain. Think about how many images you focused by doing this, and all of a sudden you have to do that. If you have a big wedding or a big commercial shoot tomorrow, probably is not the time to try this out, but If you want to try it out, go shoot on your own, give it a shot. I think you'll really, really like it. And then lastly, hit that like button if you liked this video and you like back button focus. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Maybe if you disliked back button focus but you liked the video, still hit the like button. I would appreciate that. And then leave a comment down below if you have a question, comment, whatever it is. And lastly, hit subscribe up there or down there to subscribe and stay up to date with future videos. Also, special thanks to Canon for sponsoring the high school photo contest and also sponsoring these videos. Canon, we love you guys. You're awesome. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this will soon become that for all of you. I think you'll really like it.